Hello, this is me, but then you already knew that because you watched an episode of Farmington Fields where I revealed that, and yes, I am in fact Daddy AF, whatever that means. I'm 41 and your young person words frighten me. Anyway, I was invited here to tour the studio and meet these guys. You're probably familiar with them. Oh, and I also caught these reprobates trying to steal things from people's desks. Wait, someone's missing. Oh, Digital Dan was here too, just not in this moment. There we go, fixed. But why? And what did I actually learn from all of this? Good question. Quite why a channel of 17,000 subscribers was invited to hobnob with channels 10 times that amount remains a mystery to me to this day. I can only think it's something to do with 6 years of relentlessly posting somewhat decent park build videos every week in the hope that someday I can play with the grown-ups. That's a hint, by the way. My pass needs a play button to keep it company. But either way, here we are. Frontier invited us to tour the studio, and what a tour it was. We got to meet some of the teams, some of whom go back to the Roller Coaster Tycoon days, and we learned that every track element in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 had to be handmade, which then led to the basis of the coaster builder for Planet Coaster being based on Frontier's other game, Coaster Crazy, because they learnt the hard way. Seriously, the stories this bunch can tell you could keep me in videos for years. That's the thing here. There's this love and experience that goes into this silly little game that we play, even when we don't see it. Okay, story time. When Frontier first reached out to me, I didn't know if I was about to get scammed. I might be old, but I'm good at spotting phishing attempts. And when they led us to a darkened room with padded walls, I felt for sure that I was in trouble, let alone the room with the red light. I was convinced that I was about to go missing and be replaced by an AI that convinced you all I'm still alive. The face reveal was strategic. You guys needed my picture for the missing posters. But it turns out the cinema room was just to show us the launch trailer of the sorcery pack, and the room with the red light, well, that's a whole other thing. And there we were, having a lovely little chat until someone shoved a microphone in our faces and was like, oh hey, should we record some fun stuff? Alright, it wasn't quite as demanding as that, but I really do hope they captured the squeal that Delaney let out. I can't tell you too much about what we did in that session, but just know that somewhere out there in the universe is me butchering the Planet Coaster language, and I mean, I struggle with English. And anyway, just like the meme of the proud raccoon showing off his painting, in came Rich and Adam to talk about the sorcery pack. Fun fact, just like Ant and Dec, for the non-UK viewers, they are a very famous presenting duo that we've got here on television. They will always sit in the same order so that everyone knows who is who. Seriously, fact check me, it's real. But the sorcery pack, yes, this is, by the way, how a DLC should be done. It's massive, it's thoughtful, it's demure. So much effort has gone into it, and when Sylve compliments the park that was used in the launch trailer, you know you're onto a winner. We got the chance to play with the pack in its current state, and I honestly gave up trying to make anything with it because I was sat next to Sylve, who had, in the time it took me to recreate the kids coaster layout from Farmington Fields, had created an Arabian themed thing and a London street of townhouses. He's just got more talent in his pinky finger than I have in my entire career, and watching him unpack the pieces like it was a bag of Lego is both fascinating and intimidating. Periodically though, we were dragged off again one by one to have a light shone right in our faces and asked all the difficult questions like, why is Angela Rayner in trouble over property tax? I don't quite know what's going to happen with the footage of all of that yet, but it was so great to talk about our experiences of Frontier and their games, as well as Planet Coaster 2 and the literal roller coaster that it's been on over the last year. The launch of the game isn't lost on them, by the way, and they felt it too. Credit absolutely needs to be given to the team for pivoting to make the game good. Something other games could probably learn from. And that leaves us with a question I'm sure you are all wanting me to answer. So yes, I've seen the future, and the future. Adam and Rich probably interrogated us about what you guys wanted in the game more than we got to extract stuff from them, and it's great, they are so on the ball. So in between fighting Rudy for airtime, I think I managed to represent you guys quite well with your questions, comments, concerns and suggestions, but to be honest, Adam and Rich are pros. They have sat back and watched you asking us to ask them for things. They know more than they let on, the cheeky little scamps. And so yes, they showed us a sneak peek of the future of the game and talked about the general direction that is headed in the future. It's not quite the right time for me to tell you about that yet. I need to keep it under my hat, but I can tell you the game is going to remind us that theme parks are meant to be fun and that we really shouldn't be stressing over whether the angle of a hypercoaster first drop is correct, whether your car park's got enough parking spaces, and how many cubicles your toilet should have, even if that's the reason that you came to me to start with. Like our tridenty little friend, everything has 3 prongs. Be realistic, be fun, be a game. Oh, by the way, Adam doesn't like cold pizza. And so there you go. I've seen things, many things, and most things I can't talk about. And if you do want to know more, you're just going to have to stick around for that one. My past needs a friend, and only you can make that happen. Frontier, thank you so much for inviting me to quite possibly the best day of my life, and for organising one of the most incredible days you could ever imagine. Thank you to Sylv, Delady, Rudy and Dan for being lovely in person, and thank you for watching. See you soon, you thirsty little bitches.